Hey everybody, welcome back to Holt Growers. This is Timothy Holt, and this is not my backyard. This is the front yard. Specifically, our 3 mature blueberry bushes is what I'm talking about this week. They're almost ripe. I do have some bird netting on it because we tend to have some birds pick them off in the last couple of years before we ever get a chance to get to them. And all 3 of my boys really like them. That's one reason why we put a bunch of them in the backyard, which we'll move back there here before long. What I wanted to show you was some mature blueberry bushes, and the bird netting is keeping the birds at bay. It's not keeping the rabbits at bay, but it's keeping the birds at bay. So we'll see what the rabbits do with this here coming up. Before we get too far, hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe. That would be great. Greatly appreciate helping this channel grow. So the green ones you definitely don't want to pick. They are not ripe at all, and but there are a couple in here, and I'll zoom in with the camera to show you some of them here. So as you can see right there, there's a couple. Okay, you can definitely see that bird netting up close. It definitely keeps the birds out and seems to be working pretty well. You can see that nice purple one right there. That one is almost ripe. So these are mature bushes. So like I said, these are mature bushes. They have been here for about 6 years. Looks like I need to do a little bit of weeding around them at the end of the season here. But they've been around here for about 6 years. We planted them when we moved in. So they're definitely mature. There is some trimming that needs to be done after harvest just to help keep them healthy, but that's about it. So let's get to the backyard. So this one is about 3 years old, this plant. I don't have any bird netting on it because right now I don't care if the birds eat the berries or not. They're not mature. So a blueberry bush will typically take 3 to 5 years to mature and come into its own. This one's about 3 years old. As you can see, it does have some berries on it right there. But they are definitely substantially smaller and not even close to as ripe as the rest of them, as the ones in the front yard that are mature. It's also a lot smaller bush, as you can see, so that definitely has an impact as well on how big they are. Now the ones we put in last year are right here. That's a weed, but that is the one we put in last year. You can even see where they cut it and the new growth this year. Clearly no berries. This one we won't have any crop for at least a year, and that probably 2, because it's only I think 1 or 2 years old. We put it in last year and it was just the root base. So as you can see by the look of my hand, it's not very big at all. It's not developed enough, mature enough to have berries, and that's just the way it is. So if you're going to plant blueberries, be in it for the long haul. Alright, so if you're going to plant blueberry bushes, be in it for the long haul. They take 3 to 5 years to mature and develop. You can see the difference in sizes between the ones we put in last year. We have to be very careful when we mow out here not to mow over them because they're so small. And then you can see here the ones we put in a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago. They're a little bigger, they're older, they are starting to get some blueberries on them, but they're still not mature enough to be harvesting and eating. So mindful of that. If you're looking at blueberries and wanting to grow them, even if it's just for yourself or on a market level, you're going to have to spend a couple of years of investment with no return at all from them. So keep that in mind. There is something else you can do with the blueberry bushes. You can harvest their leaves and dry them and make blueberry tea out of it. I've tried that in the past with the berry bushes up front. The big thing is you've got to be careful not to over harvest those leaves. The blueberry bush is very dependent on the sun and being in full sun, so be mindful of that and don't over harvest them. You can harvest about 1/3 of the leaves without hurting the plant. So that's all I've got for you this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video and got something out of it. If you'd like to comment, please do so. Share, hit that like button, and help this channel grow. You can also support me on Patreon, Holt Growers at Patreon. And you can check out some merchandise, some coffee cups, t-shirts, that kind of thing, over at Teespring. Links will be in the description below. As always, get out, grow something today, and may God bless you.